Welcome back to another episode of Size Previews. Now we've done a lot this year, but I would say this is probably, do you reckon, the most special one yet? So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So last episode you saw the first shoe in the Lost Ones, the Archer. Now if you haven't seen it, we did tease and say there's going to be a few more shoes in the pack. So first up, and you might have seen a couple of little snippets of these, you've obviously seen San Fran and Slime London.
San Francisco is absolutely ridiculously good, isn't it? I mean, it's a shame we couldn't bring it back, and I know we've kind of explained this a million times over,
yeah.
But this colourway just sits really well, and even the fact that we've gone into the details of this kind of suede on the toe, everything we've gone through with the shoe is spot on.
Like we always do, we stress the materials because for us it's super important to get the details right.
I get a lot of messages off some of the lads and they're always asking about when's this coming back, is the London version of this coming back? Unfortunately, we can't do that, but this is the next best thing I would say.
And the next one you're going to see is based on Guam. Now for us, the actual shoe in itself is amazing, but we love the colourway. I love the way the metallic sits on the stripes. For me, it's something completely different. We've got heavy suede, we've got thicker suede, we've got a tumbled leather.
Guam's one we've chased for a long time. We've wanted to bring it back for a long time. We just like the kind of shape of the shoe and stuff like that. And again, like this is the next best thing for us, is really kind of showing these shoes that we want to bring back that we can't. And I mean, like Luke said, the kind of execution's spot on again.
This one is one that I'd say is a little bit more unknown, quite literally. And if people know the provenance of this shoe, it is actually called the unknown because no one really knows anything or much about this shoe. If you do, please let me know in the comments because there's not much floating around online either. But this is based on the Adidas Unknown. And it's in various books, it's in various publications. There's very little to actually go off in terms of us colour matching this. So we've done the best job we could. But for me, this is probably the most special of the lot just because of the story.
Yeah. I think everything, again, the details spot on. Footbed represents what we've seen in the kind of original shoe. What's your favourite?
I love San Fran. I think the execution on the leather is amazing. But unknown just because it's unknown, because for me the story probably is more important than anything, and that's what I sort of have fallen in love with. So now you've seen the full pack, these will all be coming out in 2020. The Lost Ones will be continuing for next year. However, one of the Lost Ones will be designed by you. So what we're going to give you, the community, is the ability to create one shoe. Now for us, we've sort of told you the criteria, but we want you guys to design one shoe. We're going to bring a mechanic out and tell you how to do it and how to enter. But I want story, I want thought in terms of the details. And when we bring it all together, we'll shortlist our favorite ones and then we'll let us all vote in together. But the winning version will be in the Lost Ones 2021. So sit tight, hang on for more information, but I'm super excited to see what everyone can create for this one. So next up, we're seeing the return of another icon. For me, one we've been chasing for a long time. It's the PUMA Delphin. There's been various versions of Delphin over the years, between the 70s and the 80s. There's been ones made in Yugoslavia, ones made in different factories. This is the contact sole version.
I think for us, we've seen recently over the last few weeks, and obviously we're recording this now in September, but we've seen over the last few weeks a few Puma shoes come through, Amsterdam, London, St. Petersburg. It's really spiked people's interest in the brand again. I mean, the heritage behind the brand, which we've discussed before, Maradona, Pele, Cruyff, all them kind of players. Now we've not got the OG here, the OG is coming as well, so the OG is going to be the back end of the year. This is going to come 4 weeks before, so around November time. But we're really excited to get this in, and we're really excited to show you what we've got coming for 2021 and beyond, because there's some big shoes from Puma in there that you lads will be really into.
We work really closely with the team and revisiting their archive, and for me what's really impressive about this is they've nailed the materials.
Yeah.
The materials feel exactly like the ones in the archive, and for me that's the most important bit to get right. So details are amazing, materials are amazing. Stay tuned because there's a lot more coming, but Delphin's next. So next up is a shoe you might have seen before, but I tell you, you've not seen it just like this, because this time it's on Anaheim tooling. And isn't that not what you always wanted?
I think originally when we brought this shoe out, we did it. We didn't really buy a lot of it. It was really limited. It was mental how quick the shoe kind of went. And the kind of legacy that the shoe's left behind, even to this day, even though it was like 2 years ago. What we originally wanted is to do it on Anaheim tooling. What we originally wanted is that blue stripe around it. I mean, we've got the orange sign off on the footbed as well for the 2020 piece, but this is most iconic Vans SNU, I would say, and we've got it perfect this time. It's even better than the first time it kind of came out. So we're really happy with it, really excited to get it out there, really excited to see the reaction again. It is going to be really limited again because we want to keep it. We want to keep it special. We don't want to have thousands and thousands of shoes floating around. So it is going to be really limited. You want it, you better get on it straight away, I would say.
For me, once you've worn an Anaheim shoe, it's really hard to transition out of it. Also, I would say all the materials are spec'd up for this version as well. So every single thing is perfect. Probably one of my favorites this year as well.
I think with this shoe, we wanted to get it so perfect. It's that we wanted it in summer, essentially. We wanted to bring it in summer because for me, it is a summer shoe. But because we were tweaking it so much to get it spot on and make sure it is that elevated level to the original one, it took us that little bit longer, hence the reason it's coming like later in the year. But we're more than happy with it, and we're excited to see the reaction once everybody kind of sees it or sees this video, because I think this might be one of the first times that you see it out there. I might be wrong. But.
Yeah, and what I will say is as well, just wait for the content we've got coming out with this, because it's really, really good. It's really special. There's a few special guests in there as well, so sit tight on that one because it's absolutely sick. So obviously everybody knows it's the 20th anniversary of Size this year, and for a 20th anniversary and a 20th birthday, we wanted to hold a party. We spoke to each other and we said, well, for us, who holds the biggest parties? Who holds the most iconic, infamous parties? And we thought, well, Cream do. So we thought, what better way of telling the story than partnering with Adi and making the biggest party of the year?
This shoe is amazing. That's all I've got to say for it. It's perfect. I mean, Cream for me was a bit of a mecca growing up. I grew up in the kind of late 90s, kind of early 2000s. That was my teen years. And it was a bit of a mecca. It was the place to be, the club to be at. I mean, they've been around since '92. They've hosted some of the world's best DJs. It's madness that we've managed to get this over the line. And the guys at Cream are amazing to work with as well. And we've got a perfect product here.
So obviously the first question people ask is training PT. For us, when we did a lot of research, we spoke to a lot of the consumers. With Cream being from Liverpool, and it's so synonymous with Liverpool, we felt that from a lot of the insight we got was training PT was in there. Also, I will say that before, we took a lot of inspiration from this project from Gary's work with the Hacienda and the Y3 project. We almost wanted something a little bit different, a bit more premium, and a shoe that you probably wouldn't sort of traditionally see within there as well. So we felt that everything sort of lent itself towards this sort of profile. Probably one of the most premium training PTs that's ever come out. The idea of the shoe is all sort of been born by an iconic Cream flyer. And the flyer is that nice, what we've managed to do is actually create it for the box. And you see the sort of the gradient throughout the box and the gradient throughout the original flyer transcend throughout the shoe as well. So you see all the details there on the stripes and the sole.
We've gone overboard on details on the shoe just because of how excited we had to work on this project. We even get 4 laces in the box, so you'll get a pair of laces for each colour that's on the shoe, which, like I said, we've gone that extra yard with this shoe. The leather's spot on, and we've landed on something that I think is really, really good and will stand the test of time. We've got other bits that we're going to talk about in a minute that kind of come along with it, but this is a massive project for us and a great end to the year.
So it also sits the full apparel collection. So there's a bucket hat, which we don't have the sample for now, full tracksuit, and it's the iconic Firebird tracksuit, and a t-shirt as well. Now you'll actually see that the 4 stripes on the pant and the track jacket match the 4 stripes of the shoe, but they're all alternate, so there's the 4 different ones. So when you actually get it all on, it looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I tried on for you, but obviously lockdown's not been too generous to me, and probably a little bit too small for me at the moment, but it's been a bit of a dream project for us guys, so amazing.
Getting to meet the guys at Cream, getting taken around their offices to see how amazing and sort of the contents of their walls, all the provenance, all the nostalgia and all the posters, it's incredible. So for me, I'm so excited to see this come to life.
I mean, you just think about the artists that played there. Name a DJ or an act that operates in that kind of genre of music. Every single one you mentioned would have done something with Cream at some point.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to that channel. We're almost at 10K, which is a massive thank you throughout this year because it's grown huge off the back of these episodes. Please start thinking of your ideas for the lost ones. More information will come soon how you can enter for that. And again, any other thoughts, any other feedback, let us know in the comments. We'll see you next month.